You see, we gotta be careful with some of these people and their sources and thoughts and all of this stuff, man. Another change of scenery. I've been on the road for 5 hours and I have to address this nonsense. I was actually going to record this before I got back on the road again, but we are going to address this now. Caitlin Clark is playing in the 2026 World Cup. I don't know where this young lady came up with this foolishness, because that's what this is. This is pure foolishness, but we have to...
The remarks were like a punch to the gut. According to a well-known WNBA pundit, Caitlin Clark will not compete in the 2026 World Cup because she would prefer to relax for the WNBA playoffs. It wasn't a rumor. The world was made aware of the audacious forecast. The startling rejection of Clark's declared athletic goals and the suggestion that her dedication to Team USA was incidental. Fans were left with shock, doubting all they believed to be true about her commitment. This was more than a mistake. It immediately provoked criticism on social media and was a direct threat to Clark's integrity and her future on the international scene. At first, the stillness from Clark's camp was overwhelming, but the truth was about to come to light.
2026 World Cup. I don't know where this young lady came up with this foolishness, because that's what this is. This is pure foolishness, but we have to break this down. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, and hype the video. Let's get right into this here. So let's get into it. Here it says, WNBA analyst misses the mark with Caitlin Clark Team USA World Cup tape. Sorry, my camera is blurring out on me a little bit.
WNBA analyst Jordan Robinson made this outrageous assertion during a live stream on Bleacher Report on January 1st, when she revealed her audacious predictions for the 2026 season. Robinson made the seemingly apparent claim that Clark would be on the 2026 World Cup roster, but he suddenly added that Clark would turn down the invitation in order to focus on recuperation for the WNBA playoffs. The boldness of such a claim, particularly in the absence of any clear direct source from Clark herself, caused a stir among basketball fans right away. It seemed like a purposeful attempt to create controversy in the absence of any, underestimating Clark's renowned competitive attitude.
In Berlin, Germany in September 2026. Now, this is where the foolishness starts. And I don't know if she was trying to rage bait. I don't know what this lady was trying to do, but this is nonsense. Analyst asserts Caitlin Clark will skip Team USA World Cup invite. We have heard Caitlin Clark ourselves say all she was focused on. She didn't do Unrivaled. She's not signing with Project B. She said her main focus was the WNBA and participating in all of the Team USA things for 2026. Pardon me.
Many people found it completely absurd that Caitlin Clark, who is renowned for her unwavering determination and desire to compete at the greatest level, would purposefully miss a significant international competition like the World Cup. According to the transcript, she played just 13 games last season and has only just started her professional career. Therefore, she is far from in need of a lot of rest. This was more than a casual remark. It was a clear indication that Clark lacked the dedication to juggle her goals for the national team and her WNBA career. The analyst's reliability was immediately called into doubt because the prognosis appeared out of touch with reality and ignored Clark's obvious trajectory and goals in the sport.
My prediction is that Caitlin Clark makes the 2026 World Cup roster, of course, duh. But the timing of that, around September, playoffs are about to start. Indiana could be making a run for finals because they got close this past year. But I think she makes the roster but declines to rest for the WNBA playoffs. Caitlin Clark has been doing enough resting. Okay, she played all of 13 games last year. She's trying to play in the games, and she already said herself that she is playing. She said she's playing already. Why are we throwing out these? I don't know if this...
Robinson's forecast is made even more perplexing by the fact that Clark had already stated her goals and objectives for 2026. She has made it clear on several occasions that she will participate in every Team USA event. This wasn't a secret or a covert plan. Clark had made her intentions clear. It seemed like a purposeful provocation to have an analyst publicly state the exact opposite without providing any additional background or information. Instead of reporting on the facts that the player had already established, it seems as though the analyst decided to disregard Clark's own remarks in favor of crafting a story that fit a more dramatic plot.
She said she's playing already. Why are we throwing out these? I don't know if this is to rage bait. I don't know what this is, but this is ridiculous. She already stated what her plans is for the 2026 year, and Team USA is a part of that. So we don't need to throw all these what ifs and all of that when she's already made it clear what her plans are for.
The World Cup is more than just a competition. For those who want to compete in the Olympics, it is an essential first step. An important event in the international basketball calendar is the 2026 FIFA Women's World Cup, which is set for September in Berlin, Germany. Sue Bird, the general director of Team USA, uses it as a crucial venue to assess players for upcoming international tournaments, most notably the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles. In addition to being a significant lost chance for Clark to demonstrate her mettle on the international scene, missing such an event may put her chances of joining the highly sought-after Olympic squad in jeopardy. The analyst's assertion is even more nonsensical given the extremely high stakes.
Since added of Clark. This is what I'm saying, y'all. Y'all got to be careful about some of the people y'all listening to, because this is nonsense. Here it says, this is certainly a bold take from Robinson, given how important the World Cup is, especially when figuring out who will be on a future Olympics roster. It says, Caitlin Clark World Cup comments show WNBA analysts missed the mark. And this is the point. Caitlin Clark was a guest on a December 31st episode of New Heights podcast. Here she goes.
Recently, Caitlin Clark attended the Team USA training camp in Durham, North Carolina, a significant occasion that signaled her comeback to competitive play since July. Although it wasn't a formal tryout, this camp was her first opportunity to make an impression on the leadership of Team USA, notably Sue Bird, as a possible future international player. Clark's dedication to the national program was further cemented by the viral film and clips from this camp, which demonstrated her involvement and tenacity. Any idea that she would voluntarily withdraw from important events was clearly refuted by her presence there, which spoke volumes about her ardent pursuit of a seat on future teams. This was her arriving at work prepared.
Episode of New Heights podcast. Here she goes. At one point, she conveyed how important the 2026 FIBA World Cup actually is. So you have Caitlin Clark letting it be known how important the FIBA World Cup actually is. All right. It says, after talking about how nice it had been for Clark to be back on the court during Team USA training camp, she said the training camp kind of kicks off the next cycle for like preparing for the Olympics. And then we have the World Cup in
The significance of the 2026 FIA World Cup was openly highlighted by Caitlin Clark in a December 31st episode of the New Heights podcast. She explained how important this competition is for the entire Team USA cycle, not just for herself. Her statements left no opportunity for misunderstanding and offered indisputable proof of her viewpoint. This was not an ambiguous remark. It was an unequivocal statement of her appreciation and comprehension of the importance of the occasion. Her remarks on a stage that was so widely heard ought to have been the final response. However, the analysts seemed to ignore them for some reason. In this developing drama, the podcast itself turned into an unexpected piece of evidence.
It's been harder for us to win because there's more teams that play in the World Cup than teams who qualified for the Olympics. So sometimes it's harder to win that. So hopefully I'm on the team for that. Clark added, of the 2026 FIBA World Cup. And my goal is to be on the Olympic team for 2028. It feels like it's far away, but it's probably way closer than it sounds. The Olympics in 2028 in Los Angeles is going to be here before you know it. Here it says, Clark's comments made it clear that she's been keen to compete in the FIBA World Cup. Therefore, while Robinson deserves credit for going out on a limb,
we have the World Cup in 2026 at the end of September, so we'll actually pause the WNBA season very similar how we do with the Olympics right before the playoffs, Clark said, describing how the training camp essentially starts the next cycle for things like getting ready for the Olympics. This isn't a comment from someone who is thinking about missing the event. This athlete is fully aware of the timetable, the level of dedication needed, and how it will affect her league season. Her thorough comprehension revealed a player who is already mentally committed rather than one who is considering pulling out. Rather than opposing it, she was preparing for it. Clark also emphasized a crucial element. Because more teams compete in the World Cup than qualify for the Olympics, it has previously been nearly impossible for us to win. Thus, winning that can be more difficult at times. I'm hoping to be a part of that team. This demonstrates her knowledge of the difficulty as well as her sincere wish to participate in it and help achieve success. Her intense desire to compete in such a challenging tournament is evident in her competitive character.